This is The Professional Stepdad, a place where we share stories, strategies, and ideas for men just like you to help answer that one important question: how can I be a better stepdad?
Welcome back to the Professional Stepdad Show. My name is Franco Zavala. Thank you very much for joining me. This is episode 51. First, I wanted to say thank you all for over 100 subscribers to the show on YouTube. I'm very blessed and honored. I'm extremely thankful for the stepdads that have messaged me privately and or publicly, letting me know that what I'm doing here on this show matters, because that's the entire objective. Real quick before I keep going any further, if you have not done it yet, please like, subscribe, share the channel. The bigger the platform, the more stepdads I can reach. I've come to the conclusion over the last few days that I know this is called the Professional Stepdad, but man, a lot of the information that I'm sharing on the show is real relevant to step parenting in general. So I'm very happy and humbled to get a lot of direct messages sent to me from stepmoms who have told me that the information that I'm delivering and some of the things that I talk about really applies to their life and it's helped them get through it. So for that, I am also grateful. I wanted to come on today to give you, stepdad, to give you, step parent, permission to fail. It's very important that you understand that it's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes as a step parent. It's okay to fall down. It's okay to have that feeling to where you feel like, hey, I'm done. I got to give up. I got to walk away. This is too much for me. I'm giving you permission right now because there are too many of you holding yourself accountable to this perfect scenario, when in reality, that perfect scenario doesn't exist. So when I say I'm giving you permission to fail, it's okay, because if you're failing, it means you're trying. If you're making mistakes, it means you're trying. And there are far too many stepdads who were raised in a way where, very macho way, where we're the man of the house, we make the decisions, the rules are ours, do the chores, get up when I say to get up, listen to me. And the way we were parented is not the correct way to be raising the children within your home. Let me explain. First and foremost, you're already starting off, right? With where everybody's at the starting line, you're 3 miles back. And by the time you finally catch up to everyone else, you've got to be quicker, faster, stronger. You've had to put in the hours, the time, the energy, and the work in order to get to that position to where you are running side by side with any biological parent out there. But you cannot get there using the exact same level of thinking, the same ways of parenting that you were parented with. Because this is a whole new ballgame. You're stepping into a whole new world. And if you think that you are going to be able to parent the way your parents parented you, it's not going to work. You have so much going against you already that level of thinking, that type of parenting that we're used to, it's hard to get rid of. It's hard to change that mental status. It's hard to let go. It's hard to believe that letting go will work, because we've had this thing instilled in us since we were kids. And we believe that this is the way to be a father and this is the way to be a dad. So we're already running uphill with no shoes on, and it's a rocky terrain. We are struggling as stepdads to change the narrative to empower other stepdads that are going to come behind us. And there are many stepdads out there that find themselves not only stuck, but find themselves giving up and they want to quit because they don't see themselves like anything more than just a stepdad. Let me explain. So I got a message on TikTok about this video I made about me and my family. And this gentleman said that he raised 3 kids from the ages of 6 months to 3 years old. And he goes, and unfortunately, we are stepdads and nothing more. So what he's expressing to me is his ignorance towards the education and the personal growth that he decided to not do throughout those years. It's very important that I hold you, stepdad, accountable, because doing the personal growth, getting to know yourself better, getting to understand yourself better, figuring out new ways of parenting that's going to work to connect with your kids and with your partner is going to be how you win in this game. And if you are not doing those things that I always talk about, then you will eventually fall on your face and you will eventually quit and walk away because you have not developed the mindset to overcome any adversity, no matter which way it's thrown at you. Bio dad, grandparents, neighbors, best friends, your parents. You will fold if you have not done the work. Your relationship will fold if you have not put in the hours to committing to the consistency of building a relationship with your best friend so that when it is time to parent, you're on the same team. You're on the same page. You agree. Too many step parents find themselves in the mud because they find themselves shackled, and where they have their hands tied behind their backs, their feet can't move. And they say things like, she won't let me parent, or she doesn't allow me to even jump into the conversation. And guys, let me explain this to you. You haven't done the work in order to build the trust so she can let you into that door of parenting so then you can build that team. You've never done the work. You've never worked on your couple. You've never worked on your teamwork. You're probably still reacting and acting the same way you always do. Therefore, you haven't worked on yourself. Therefore, you'll never be able to establish a powerful relationship. You see where I'm going on this, guys? Yourself, relationship, then the kids, then the parenting. And then that is a whole other business. That's a whole new set of routines and standards that you have to begin to establish within your home that you would not be aware of if you didn't do the things that I'm telling you to do before. So again, I'm saying this to you because this gentleman, he put this thing he commented on my video, and I didn't know how to respond because I want to respond with, no, you're wrong, I'm right, I did the work, you didn't, it's on you, which again is true, but that's not a way to help him. That's not a way to help him grow. What I want to really say to him is, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that you didn't have a show like this and men like me to help you along your path and your journey. I'm sorry that you feel like this is all that stepdads are. You're wrong, but I'm sorry you have to feel that way because of what circumstances took place to get your mind to that level of thinking. I just want to send him love because it's not his fault either. That's the crazy thing. It's not his fault either. He's just not properly educated in the world of understanding what it really takes to be successful along the stepdad journey. So today's episode, although short, fast, and sweet, has a lot of power and value in it today. I need you guys to fail. I need you guys to get yourself to that point where you feel like you want to quit. But I also need you to just keep moving forward. I know it feels like your feet are stuck in the mud and that you're not going anywhere, but trust me, inch by inch you are. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes commitment, it takes consistency, it takes awareness, it takes communication. These are the important things that you have to understand, that if you're baking this perfect family cake, these are the ingredients. These are the ingredients that are needed in order to find yourself enjoying in all the hard work and determination and effort that you put into making this cake. Hope that makes sense. So I give you permission. It's okay to fail. Strong men out there, guys that are macho, you who don't think that you can change or don't want to change because you are just too locked in your ways. you want to stay like that, by all means, please stay. It's your life. You do what you want to do. But don't expect your journey to be a fun one. Don't expect it to be full with love and joy and moments where you have that aha moment as a stepdad, where you're like, when you put in the work and the moment happens when your child comes up to you and just shows that love and appreciation out of nowhere. That will fill your love tank to a point where it'll make you seek that feeling more and more and more, which makes you put in the work, which makes all the work becomes less tedious and more beneficial in your mind. But a lot of you can't see it. A lot of you can't see through the thick layer of ignorance that you were raised with. Let me repeat that. There are plenty of stepdads out there that could be amazing stepdads, but you cannot see through the thick layer of ignorance that you were raised with. You cannot seem to let go of the past. You cannot seem to see yourself changing. And if that's you, again, it's okay. It's on you. But don't expect a hug and a love and a family and a partnership and a foundation and a home to be anything other than what you're making of it, which is something that's going to crumble under the first storm that hits. Do the self-work. It's okay to fail. It's okay to feel like you're the outsider. It should make you want to work harder. It should make you more aware of what's going on, so you can be more aware of when it's time to jump in and embed your values and your standards, because you're doing the self-work within the home. And slowly but surely, the family will begin to look at you as a leader of their home and not some person, not somebody that's trying to take dad's spot. But there's this narrative that needs to change around what it means to be a stepdad. There's a narrative that needs to change about what it means to be a step-parent. But the only way this narrative changes is if you, the step-parent, makes a contractual agreement, am I saying that right? Contractual agreement today, to a mental understanding that you are not starting off in the beginning where everybody else is. You are starting off 3 miles behind. And if you are not putting in the work, if you are not doing the things that I specifically talk about in the last 50 episodes, if I was to metaphorically tie that into this run, this 3 miles behind, your shoes aren't going to support you. Your knees will be weak. Your stamina will be little, close to nothing. And the first sense of adversity, or the first mountain or hill you climb that has a false summit, you will quit. Understand me. Make your peace with that. This is going to take more work than you can ever imagine. But let me tell you something. The values and the benefits and the love and the encouragement, when it does pay off, is worth it. So it's okay to fail. Stop being so manly and strong. They need you. Trust me. You're there for a reason. They need you. Step up and be the leader that you know you can be, that you know you should be. More importantly, step up and be the leader that you know you want to be. Because stepdads, these families, they will value you. But first, you have to value yourself. Okay, guys, that's episode 51. Thanks for joining me. Again, short, but to the point. See you on next episode.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.